So here I am in a Google Classroom. This is one that I'm actively working on. You can see here was the one I started with for demonstration purposes, but now I'm going to move into one that I actually use. Over here, I've created topics, so I can sort things by topics, which makes it easier to find things for both the student and the teacher. I can change the name of the topic if I need to. I can delete it, or I can add more. So I'm going to make sure that all my topics are there. In order to add an assignment, I'm going to go to the plus button, and I'm going to go up to assignments. And you can see here I can assign my assignment to multiple classes. So if I wanted to add it to that Art 2 class, I could add it to my second period class, whatever class I wanted to. Over here, I can add students. Now this only works when I'm assigning things to a single class. I can't assign it to multiple classes and then choose students. It's got to be just to the class I'm assigning to. I can choose all students, clicked by default, or I can assign an assignment to individual students or groups of students. That's really handy for differentiating anything, or when you have a student that's leaving early for something or late to something, you can assign just that student. Here's where I'm going to title the work and then give any sort of instructional things here. Here's where I would add a due date. So I can just click on that due date. Students can turn in things after the due date. If I don't want them to be able to turn in things after the due date, I add a time to it. After 11:59 on February 15th, students can't turn anything in. They will have to ask you for permission to do that. Here's where I could add a topic. So I could say this is, under photographs or writing samples, that type of thing. The paperclip button allows me to attach files from my computer. The drive symbol allows me to attach work that I've created in my Google Drive. And I'll get back to that in just a second, because this is the one that's really important. Here I can add a YouTube video if I wanted to, and I could also add links to other websites. Now let's go to the Google Drive button, because really this is where Google Classroom excels. I want to assign a writing sample to students. I'm going to click on Google Drive, and in my Drive already I've created a blank writing assignment. I went in there and I created a document and just titled it Writing Assignment Number 3, and then closed it down. When I click the button on my Classroom, I'm going to go to the recent files. Here's that writing assignment I just created, so I'm going to click it and add it. Students will be writing on this document. Here's how I assign it. I can give it to students to view only. They can't edit it. They can just see this blank document. Students can edit the file. In this case, every student I assigned this to could edit that file. And then finally, this one here, make a copy for each student. That's what I want to do. That's what they'll turn in a little bit. So I'll assign it, and it should show up in photographs. So if I were to click this, you could see this is the writing assignment. There's nothing there yet. If I were to go over to the Not Done feature, I could click on one of these and actually see the work as the student's working on it. You can see it named it right away. I could add comments to it as they were working on this assignment. And then a student's view would have a little button right here that says Turn In. This doesn't show it yet